that 3 out of 10 girls in the US will give birth before the age of 20. And this is really astounding if you think about it. This is twice the rate that we see in Canada or Britain. I'm Melissa Kearney, a senior fellow in the economic studies at the Brookings Institution and an associate professor of economics at the University of Maryland. So this study was something I worked on with my colleague Phil Levine, and we were interested in the potential impact of the media on youth outcomes, in particular on the effect of MTV's very popular and widely viewed 16 and Pregnant program on teen childbearing. What we found was really striking. In the places where more young adults were watching MTV, we see significantly larger declines in teen childbearing in the period following the introduction of this show. We attribute 5.7% reduction in teen childbearing to the introduction of 16 and Pregnant in June 2009. So to be clear, that's a third of the decline in overall teen childbearing we've seen for this period. We looked to see if there were changes in the rate at which individuals were searching for terms like how get birth control pill, how to get abortion. And what we saw is when an episode aired in the following day, there were large spikes in the rates at which people were searching for those terms. We got the universe of Twitter data, and so we had access to everything people had ever tweeted. And what was really remarkable was to see what people were saying when this show was on the air. And we saw lots of tweets that said things like, 16 and pregnant? What about 18 and graduated? My fave is on 16 and pregnant when they talk about how they don't use birth control and still wonder how they got pregnant. Seriously, watching 16 and Pregnant is birth control itself. MTV managed to create a show that really resonated with teens. If their characters were not believable or the audiences didn't relate to the characters, we likely wouldn't have seen this effect. So what's really fascinating here is to think about how they managed to create a show that teens wanted to watch. They weren't forced to watch it, they wanted to watch it, and they really related to the stories of these girls. And the portrayal of teen pregnancy and teen childbearing was something that they took as a cautionary tale.
Marriage used to be the standard for having children in the United States. It no longer is.
Over 40% of all children are born outside of marriage.